What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? I'm supposed to be going to sleep right now, but I can't rest. I can't sleep. This female football player has got me up right now doing a live. I should be asleep right now. It's 9 o'clock at night. But I just can't with this football player, this girl that plays for Vanderbilt, or at least she got on the field and did a kick for Vanderbilt. I just cannot take it. It bothers me to my core. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not just because it's a girl and all of the above. That's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is the emasculation of our country. This is the emasculation of our country. This is where we have gone as a country, that they're just slowly and surely trying to emasculate America. They're trying to emasculate football by interjecting this false sense of reality for a girl playing the position of a kicker for Vanderbilt. I'm going to walk you through my mindset and walk you through the things that I see going on and how they're pushing this propaganda. This is propaganda that they're pushing, getting us set up for this feminist anti-man movement. And some people may not listen to me now. You may think I'm just talking and being crazy, but this is troubling to me. And I'm gonna show you why. Let me go to ESPN. Let's go over to ESPN. Everything you see on ESPN's Instagram is this girl. Just recently, this girl right here. This girl playing football. She's right here, right here, right here. She's right here. This is. It just eats me alive because it's false, fake bravado that they're interjecting into football. Let me show you one reason why this is outrageous. On one of their little things, it says, first woman to play in a Power 5 CBS game. Is she playing running back? Is she playing quarterback? Is she an intricate part of the game? No, she's not. But they're putting it out here like she's an intricate part of the game. For what? What reason? Let's look at the kick. Anybody that know football, let's look at this kickoff. And you tell me, is this smoke and mirrors, or are they really celebrating a woman playing football? Let's roll the film. First of all, there's somebody holding the football here. The only reason anybody would ever hold a football here is because the wind will be blowing. The wind ain't blowing. They holding the football for a girl. She kicks the ball. She kicks it to the 40-yard line. She kicks it to the 40-yard line. And they run her off the field. They celebrate her. They high five. They celebrate the first female in a football game. And they got their kicked. Where my beep at? They got their kicked. 40-something to nothing. What is going on here? If you're on a football team and you lose 40-something to nothing, there is nothing to celebrate. But they got this girl parading her around as a hero, and the first female in college football, needing a person to hold the ball for her, and then she kicks it, and they're at the, I don't know where they're at, the 35. She kicks it, and it don't get no hang time, and it ends up over here on the ground. And you know the funny thing is, and I hope to God that they wouldn't do this as a cowardice football coach. Why would she kick it a line drive? In my opinion, they probably had her kick a line drive so there is no return on the kick, so she don't have to get active. Because if they pick the ball up and ran, and she goes to do anything, and somebody clothesline her, oh my God, it's the end of the world. You can't hit a girl in football. God is my witness, y'all. I'm telling you. She kicks a line drive. They parade her off the field. She's a hero. She's a first female FBS Power 5 football team. I'm going to watch it one more time. I want you to watch it again. She needs a person to hold a kick. She kicks a line drive to the corner. This guy scoops and it goes on the ground. If they return this kick, she's in play and somebody's going to clock her. But they don't want that to happen because she's a girl. But they want to celebrate her as if she's competing in male sports. Every post, let's read her post. On her post, it says, I just want to tell all the girls out there that they can do anything that they said that you set your mind to. You really can. What did you do? You didn't like they're lying to you. If a girl wants to play middle linebacker in college football, they're lying to you. You can't do whatever you put your mind to. You're not going to play middle linebacker for a D1 football team. It's not happening. Tell her they want to put you at quarterback. You're going to play quarterback in college football. Yeah, if they throw you the ball and they let you throw it away without getting hit or nothing, you don't take no hits or no nothing. You can do whatever you want to do. This stuff is false bravado and false integrity and false equivalence, and they're brainwashing people, and they have women set up for failure. Because this girl is a soccer player. She's originally a soccer player. I think she plays soccer for Vanderbilt. This is an example, or this is at least a post that she's in, and these are a couple shots of her. She's a soccer player at Vanderbilt. She's not proficient enough, qualified enough, talented enough to play on the men's soccer team. But they throw her over there to the men's football team to do a kickoff to make history. But if she was so amazing and so great at soccer, why ain't she playing with the men? Why did they recruit her in the sport that she plays? And you telling me a male soccer player couldn't kick the ball off? You telling me that another football player couldn't do a kickoff? They was getting their kick so bad that they only kicked off one time during the game, and it was at halftime, which is a free kick at halftime. The reason I'm here, man, because I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the SJW behavior. And I don't want it to be about this young lady, because I don't know this young lady. But this stuff has just gotten out of control because they're giving people this fake, everybody gets a trophy mentality. In order for you to make the men's football team, you got to go to summer workouts. You got to work. You got to be in practice. You got to do spring football. You have to have had experience in high school. You don't just walk on a team and do whatever you want to do. You have to compete. But in this fraudulent world of everybody gets a trophy, because you're a girl, you don't have to compete. You don't have to compete. You can do whatever you want to do because they want to make history. This is not history, ladies and gentlemen. This is not history, although they're promoting it as history. She didn't do nothing but go and do one kickoff on a men's football team because the other kickers were out with COVID. This is not history. She didn't compete against other eligible kickers for the position. They picked a popular girl on a soccer team and gave her an opportunity. And that's history. As if she had to go work out. She had to do a training camp. She had to work out for the team. She had to do a conditioning course. It just bothers me, man. They're forcing this down our throat. They want women, like, for instance, think about this. Do you want women to play in the NFL, to play in men's college football, or do you want to just start a female league? Make your mind up as to what you're trying to do. Because what I'm seeing right here is them trying to force men to dumb down standards so that women can compete in a male sport. You either need to have your own sport or they need to be co-ed sports. One of the two things need to happen. Now, if you guys want to do co-ed sports, then just do co-ed sports and have the men and women compete against one another to see who makes the team. And then you will find out that women will not be playing sports. You may get one or two women on one of these sports teams, and women will have no more sports because women cannot compete with men on a sport level. I'm just telling you, it's not even their fault. It's the fact that men are men and women are built different. I'll show you. We can go to, and I'll look this up. Let's go to, let's just think about this for a minute. Think about this for a minute. I want you to just think about it. Offensive linemen in the NFL and in college football. I want you to just take a look at these dudes. I'm just gonna get a glimpse of it. And if you can find, see if I can get this picture up. These dudes are 300 pounds, 300 pounds, probably 300 pounds. These are 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", 350 pounds, 320 pounds. If you can find 5 girls right now that's this big and not sloppy, it's just irritating me, y'all. It's irritating me so much so that I had to make a video about this, because I made the video earlier and I just had enough. I just keep seeing ESPN and everybody, these celebrities going, "You go, girl. She's made history," just completely crapping on college football. Completely crapping on college football. Now, if the girl went through tryouts and spring ball and she competed to be on the team in a competitive way, then I'd say, okay, maybe. But you got to let her get hit too. You can't just have her on the sideline and do a kick out. You got to let her kick the ball into play and let her be active. But they can't do that because she get crushed. On her post, they posted her height, her age, and they eliminated her weight. They can't even post her weight on there because it's offensive for women's weight to be posted online on a football profile. I swear to God is my witness, man. I'm so tired of the false bravado, man. I used to deal with this when I played college football. They give credence to a falsehood. It's not even a reality. I remember playing college football and some dudes were so trash, but they pump them up and everybody around is just saying, "Oh, this guy's good. This guy's great." You're like, what? Am I in the Twilight Zone? I don't think it's an accomplishment for a woman to be playing against men in football. Like, how is that an accomplishment? Especially when you're not actually competing. Just like the police department. Everybody want to say, "You're so brave, female police officers." Now, I get it. There are some female police officers that go hard. But you don't have to have the same qualifications as men. You have to do 5 push-ups. Men have to do 50-plus push-ups. You are not the same physically as a man competing on the police department. You don't have to run the same mile and a half. You don't have to do. So it's not equal. You don't want equal treatment. You don't want equal rights. You want special treatment. And this is the same thing that goes on in every other aspect of American SJW behavior. Let women be women. Let women have their own sports. It's not enough for the left. They need to break women's hearts and tear down men's football in order for women to be involved in men's football. Because they can't do women's football, not because there's some discrimination. It's because there's not enough women that want to hit each other every play. There's not enough. And nobody's going to watch it unless they're naked, like lingerie football. This is the only thing, I'm telling you, this is the only football that people will watch that women are involved with. This is a legit football league. I'm gonna put it for y'all. This is a legit football league. This is what women do in order to get people to watch them play football. This is what they do. This is women's football league. This is why I get mad. because the degradation of women is perpetuated by women. Why can women just not strap up and play football like men? Because nobody's going to watch it. So what do? They use their sexuality to get you to watch them play football. And everybody's okay with it. But as soon as a man objectively look at a woman, look, a booty hanging out, objectively look at any of these women, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's nasty, men are so disgusting. Why do they treat women this way? Because women, this is how they get you to look at their sports. They dress like this. Let's go. We can, I'll search a few more things. You know, if you want to get women to play football, you don't need to make them play men's football. Just encourage them to play women's football. Let's go to volleyball. Why do women have to dress like this in order to play volleyball? Why? Why is it? The sexualization of women is to intrigue people to want to watch female sports because they sexualize it. Men play volleyball as well. Got to do is just say men. Men play volleyball as well. How come the men can play in baggy shorts? Look at them. They playing in baggy shorts. They're just as athletic. Obviously, it's more competitive. But they're playing in basketball shorts. These are the shortest shorts I've ever seen on men's volleyball players. They playing in shorts. But the women, they got to play like this. This is the sexualization of women, and nobody says anything. You're so brave. Look, but you're sexualizing them. I go to something else. I go to more stuff because I'm on a rant tonight. If this ain't for you, don't watch it. I'm on a rant tonight. Let's go to tennis. Let's go to women. Tennis. Women tennis. Let's go to women tennis. You look at women tennis players. Look how they dress. Look at these mini skirts. This girl booty coming out. Look at this. They in underwear. Look at this. Look at how they dress. Why? Why do you need to wear a skirt with your wahoo hanging out? To sexually intrigue people to watch this. Now, I don't know if it's the women that's doing it on purpose or it's the people developing the sports that's creating the environment for women to dress like that. And you just put men. Let's look at men. Men, full-length shorts on. Dang into the kneecaps. Does it hinder your athleticism? Does it block you from being proficient? These are professional tennis players, and men are dressed like this. You're not revealing nothing with these long pants on. Nothing. You're not getting nothing there. You're not revealing nothing. Why is it? Why as a society do we participate like this? And we know we have to sexualize things so people can watch women play it. Instead of being honest and just letting it play out and saying, look, you don't have nobody coming to your games. That's because nobody's interested in it. And it's not a dig on women. It's just that people are trying to thrust women into doing stuff. Just be honest with them. You can play basketball. I think women should be able to play whatever sport they want to play. But don't be subsidized by the NBA, subsidizing the WNBA, and act like women are so brave. You're so brave. You guys are awesome. No, you're not. You're not dunking like LeBron James. Y'all not dunking like Vince Carter. Nobody's watching it. If women wasn't dressed in bikinis and looking like hookers, nobody would watch football because they not hitting and paralyzing people like men are. There's no 6'6", 350-pound lineman that can run a 4.9 and a 40. There's no female Leon Lett. Or what's his name? Jadeveon Clowney or whatever his name is. There's no. Let me just give you an example. I'm just gonna give you an example. I will love to see women play football if you can show me a woman that can do this. This is Jadeveon Clowney. He one of these. He may be moving, he may be tracking inside like this. I want you to see what happened to this guy. Now, I want you to imagine with me that this guy is a girl. Maybe that little soccer player. Do you think that it'll be okay if this happens to her? Bam. Concussed. He probably don't know what planet he's on. He just got his lights knocked out. Imagine this is a girl playing running back, and this is 6'7", 280 pounds Jadeveon Clowney. Boom. Knocked the helmet off. Wig in the air. If girls start playing football like this, then you can have your own league. There's no need to be playing with men. You know what I'm saying? If Latricia looked like this, if Bethany looks like that, these dudes are freak athletes. This dude is like a superhuman. If Elizabeth looks like this and can hit Carolyn like this, then we'll watch football. We'll watch female football. But the way testosterone is set up, women ain't hitting people like that. Therefore, nobody's watching it like that. Now, like I said, there's nothing wrong with having an opportunity to play, but be honest and stop lying. And stop giving people fake hope. Women will never competitively play in men's football unless you do some one-offs here and there. But this is my thing, ladies and gentlemen. There is no need for women to infiltrate men's football. Because it's not right for men to play women's. If women had a football team, it's not cool for men to infiltrate female football. You're already admitting right there that it's a celebration if a woman plays in a men's sport, but it's not a celebration if a man plays in a women's sport. If a man plays in a women's sport, it's not a celebration. You a coward. You can see when these transgender dudes go play do the MMA, they breaking eye sockets on women. They beating them by a mile. They winning all the races. They dominate women. It's because God made us differently. Women just don't have that testosterone. But it makes me mad because we live in a fake world, y'all. We live in a fake world. We live in a world where right is wrong and wrong is right. They're promoting. I'm just going to give you an example. I'm going back to this example. This girl didn't do nothing. She kicked a kickoff a few yards. She was 30, 40 yards short of where a normal kicker would kick the ball to. Normal kickers in college football kicks it out the back of the end zone easily. Every kicker on any Division I team can kick the ball at least in or out of the end zone, no matter what D1 team you're on. She couldn't even kick it to the 30-yard line. Now this guy, he rushed for 409 yards, scored 8 touchdowns, 36 carries. This has to be a record. What does it say? He scored 8 touchdowns. Jared Peterson had a historic game as he tied the major CFB single game record for rushing touchdowns in a game. He tied the single game record in college football with 8 touchdowns and 409 yards. This has only happened one other time in college football history, and he got 1 post. This is what I'm saying, y'all. hear me out. He does something that nobody has ever done other than one time ever in the history of college football. He gets one post. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posts. It's just, it's beyond me at the rate in which these people will go to push an agenda. I will never understand. I will never understand. And the reason I'm making this video, because I'm trying to give a voice to people who can't just come out and say it. It's bullcrap, man. Stop with the propaganda. It'll be an achievement if she played on men's soccer team. That's the sport she plays. I mean, dude, I know some of y'all play college football. I would be hot if I wonder, can I watch this? If we lost, let's see, Missouri versus Vanderbilt. If we lost the game, let's see. Think about this. Let's look at this real quick. They're gonna play the little highlights. If we lost a game like this, I'm just telling you, like, this is just, it's crazy because it just goes against everything related to football. Like, when you lose a game, coaches rip it's no mercy. There's no mercy. In college football, when you lose like this, you're 0-8. You got beat 41-0. You scored no points in any quarter. You scored no points. You are a major Division I team. Now, Vanderbilt has never been just that great, but they're a major Division I team, meaning they're in the SEC. You scored no points. And what is the highlight? What is the highlight? This is the highlight that ESPN put together. A girl kicking the ball 30 yards. Maybe she kicked it 40 yards. I don't know. I could kick the ball as far as she kicked it. But this is the highlight cover that they have. When Vanderbilt lost 41-0, and they're high-fiving and slapping her on the back. If she was a man and Vanderbilt lost 41-0, there will be no celebrating. There's no patting on the back. There's going to be some MF bombs. All you're going to hear is this. That's all you're going to hear in the locker room. But ladies and gentlemen, she can't go to the locker room. She's not going to go into the locker room. She's not gonna be a part of the chewing because she's a girl. They're not gonna yell at her. She wasn't a part of this loss, this 0-8 season. But they're celebrating it as if this benefits them. I'm never gonna get over it. I'm never gonna get over the stuff. And when nobody stands up, nobody stands up for it. Everybody just cower. You know, I was looking at some posts. I think it was this one. And I'm looking at people that follow me that was on here liking these posts. I think it was this one. Some people that follow me that was on here liking these posts. And I gotta see. I can't find it because it shows me on my phone all the people. Like, this person follows me. But it's other people that get on here that follow me that like this post. Oh, she's so brave. She's so brave. It's just crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me. And I gotta be the bad guy. I'm the mean Brandon. I'm the feminizer, or whatever they want to call it. I don't even know if that's a word. But I'm the one that just breaks the spirit of women. It's like, y'all got to stop doing this. That's like me telling my son, you can do whatever you want to do in this life. And I know it's not true. It's like, no, I would never tell my son, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you're passionate about. You can do whatever you're passionate about. And I guarantee you this girl ain't passionate about lining up against Jadeveon Clowney. That's not passionate. Passionate is doing a kickoff, maybe. But I would never lie to my son and be like, Caden, you know what? If you want to, you can run 100 miles per hour. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to be reasonable. You're not going to run 100 miles per hour. You're running faster than a cheater. It's not even physically possible, and it's not even reasonable for you to ever want to run 100 miles per hour. It's not going to happen. You get what I'm saying? That's like saying a car can drive 2,000 miles per hour. It's like, okay. You don't lie to people. You give them a realistic perspective. As a parent, as a friend, you tell whoever it is that you love and that you care about, you tell them based on what you see in them. You can elevate them based on what you see in them. Like, I know some people that I know that want to be a millionaire, but they don't want to be a millionaire. They just want the fame. They want to be famous. They want to be able to buy at the bar. They don't want what comes with being a millionaire. And so as a friend, I'm not going to lie to you and say, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. It's like, bruh, let's talk. You're not passionate about that. What do you really want to do? What's your why in life? The money ain't your why. Find your why. Okay, now you got your why. Now pursue it. You know, it's like nobody wants to tell people the truth because you're scared you're going to hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're scared you're going to hurt their feelings. And so I'm not going to tell them the truth. No, tell them the truth. That's what's going to set them free. Same thing about Christ. You tell people the truth about Christ. That'll set them free. Let them digest it on their own. You don't got to beat them over the head, but let them digest it on their own. But tell them the truth. Don't tell them a lie. You know, if somebody cutting up, man, tell them the truth. Be a good battle buddy is what they call it. Be a good battle buddy. Let me answer a couple of these super chats because I've been just rambling. Let me get a couple of these super chats in here. J-Man, thanks so much for the super chat. Women's rights brought the government in our homes. Like, it's weird to me, man. Like, our society is dying from the inside out with all of this feminism. It's like nobody's stopping women from doing certain things. Just don't put extras on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't put extras on it. Sharon Thompson, thanks so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. The Amber Life, we need a WNFL. I love to play with the guys, but in reality, that's a bad idea. There will be serious injuries. Make a WNFL. I'll be one of them who sign up. I love to play, which is fine. I mean, women can do it, but will somebody pay to watch you play? That's the question. Where you're not flattering, you know, in wearing bikinis and like the lingerie football. When you just dressed up and you're looking like a corny dude, will people want to see you play and y'all not hitting and people not flipping and running for 8 touchdowns and running 4.3 and a 40 and bench pressing 400 pounds? Like, that's the thing about like boxing and MMA and football and basketball. It's just it's a different rate of speed. It's like cycling. Me and my friend got into this big argument about cycling, meaning road bikes. Female cycling. They go, oh, the female cycling. It's not impressive. Nobody's watching. The reason that women don't have a Tour de France is because nobody's going to watch it. The men are going 25 miles per hour for 6 hours for 3 weeks straight. They're putting, anybody that know anything about cycling, they're putting out 400 watts for 30 minutes on the front, going up, one of these peaks at 7%. It's like women are not going to be doing that. Peter Sagan in the sprint going 35, 40 miles per hour in the sprint on a bicycle, putting out 1,600 watts. Women ain't doing that. Nobody want to watch a sprint, a female sprint, when they don't even get out the saddle. Nobody's watching it. I mean, some people watching it, but it's not as exciting as the men's sport. It's just the way God made us, man. It's just the way he made us, anyway. And it's nothing against women. See, this is what they do. The female anatomy is incredibly different. And if you recognize that, you hate women and you're just mean to women. How dare you mansplain your way? That's not reality, y'all. And then they create you as the enemy, and they make men and women hate each other if men just acknowledge that, look, we ain't in the same league. And if we were in the same league, then men and women should play co-ed sports. That means if there's women good enough to play on a men's cycling team, then women should play on it'll be men and women. If women are good enough to play in the NBA, there should be no WNBA. It should be just the NBA. And if you can outdo LeBron and some of these other dudes, Stephen Curry, and you can outdo them, then you can make the team. If you can't, then you can't play professional sports. Okay, y'all don't want that. I know you don't. Zach, thank you so much for joining the Tatum Squad. Let's see. The Nick Orman, the Nickerman. I don't know which way you say it. The Nick Corman. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. You're on the right path. Ignore the fake news, 100%. Let's see. Knee deep and crazy. Beat Tatum. Trump got servers with the major info. While we talking about football, sorry. I know it's important, so I know it's important to some. It's just a rant. This is a rant in the middle of the night. I heard Trump got some stuff, but man, look. I'm going to update people on the Trump stuff, but until they start making some more major moves, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm not just trying to throw some stuff out there just to get everybody excited. I need some concrete stuff. I need some people. I need some moves to be made. Anyway, let's see. Brandon Love playing flag football in college. I loved playing flag football in college, but it ended there. Can we please talk about the transgender boy competing against high school girls and kicking them out of positions to win a scholarship in soccer? Yeah, we'll jump on that. We'll jump on that. Let's see. Sheila, thanks so much for the super chat. God did not create women to be like men. That's not part of God's holy design. Yes, he created women to be like women. He created men to be like men. Nobody was complaining during the Civil War, were they? Nobody were complaining in the Vietnam War, World War I. Nobody's complaining. Nobody was complaining when hundreds of thousands of men were dying to make this country free. Nobody was complaining and trying to say, oh, we need equal rights for everybody. Nobody was saying that. Somebody had to stay home and take care of the kids. Somebody had to go out and die. Okay. Our world is just corrupting the perspective from some women, not all. Do you think young Christian conservatives could attract and let's see. Do you think a young Christian conservative would attract and intrigue people, but in a godly way with dance, for example? That is my passion. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Just as long as you're not making your booty clap and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it be something that's a new genre, a new vibe that you create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of times Christian people try to be like secular people, and then they water it down, and then before you know it, you're dancing on stage, shaking your booty on a pole. You know, so I just think it has to be a godly thing that you do, and it has to be your own design. What God has put in your heart to dance like, not emulating somebody else because it's popular and will get attraction. But I definitely think it is. I mean, there's plenty of talents that Christian people have that supersede the secular world. Singing, playing instruments, and dancing. I know people that do mime dancing for in the church, and it's absolutely brilliant. And I know mime dancing may be something that's secular, but they take it and make it their own, which it looks very unique, and it's kind of articulating or describing a Christian experience. I think it's pretty good. We'll talk about that transgender thing in a minute. Have you seen the cracker released in Georgia? Yeah, I seen it. I read. I didn't read all 100 and some pages, but I read a lot of it. Football on steroids. Stuck on. Let's see, and I just skipped. Stuck on stupid. Let's see. Thank y'all for the super chat. Y'all got some crazy names. Thank y'all for the super chat. They're focused on women. They are destroying them. I'm a single mom, and my son listens to you as a godly, God-fearing alpha male. Thank you. God bless you, and thank you for letting your son listen, because I do believe that young men should be able to listen to other strong men and get some stuff from it. You know, there may be some things that I say that you know, your son may not like or whatever, but at least you'll have a starting point. Men and women have different anatomy. That's science, 100%. Derrick Henry, 6'4", 250-pound Titan running back. Women have no shot. Dude, some men have no shot against Derrick Henry. That dude is a monster. I play football. I would be, bruh, that'd be a very challenging tackle to make, to tackle a 250-pound dude that's running faster than you are. But, I mean, again, what are we seeing? The degradation of women, the degradation of the identity of women. Now they letting trans people play sports with women. And then they beating them to death. I mean, they killing them. Literally, almost the MMA fighter lady that's a man that turned into a lady. She beat a woman and broke her eye socket and almost killed her because she's a man. Same thing with track and field. I think the situation that one of the people who super chatted was that there were men who like transitioned to girls and who competed and got scholarships in place of real women. There's people who made it to the state championship. Real women. It's like you claim you're a feminist, but then you're letting transgender men take over women. Now they make the standard for what a woman is. Now you have to be called cis women. You're a woman. These other people can create all these other names. No, they want you to call you a cis woman. Assigned at birth or whatever. Cis. Sexual. I don't know what it is, but you're a girl assigned at birth. No. You were assigned in the womb when your organs start growing and you were a girl. Salute, Brandon. Been following you since day one. Support you. Always keep exposing the truth. 100%. Thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all, I just got to tell it like it is, man. We need more Candace Owenses in our today's world. That is a real woman. I respect her. Yeah, man, like they destroying women trying to make it right. They destroying women, boy. I'm glad I got a good wife because these women out here, not all of them, but a lot of these women out here ain't no good. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to do nothing. They ain't good for nothing but laying up. Some of them, not all of them. All of y'all on here are perfect. I'm talking about somebody on another live stream. They ain't good for nothing but their bodies and what they can do at watching Netflix, if you know what I'm saying. Like, that's how women nowadays, that's how they drive their relationships. How can I be so, they put makeup on. Not saying that everybody put makeup on, because if you love your face without the makeup, you good, boo. Put makeup on. But some of these women hate the way they look. They hate themselves. And they put makeup on to disguise the true hatred of what they look like. And they dress scandalous so they can attract men, because they can't attract with personality. They don't have no confidence. So they throw some booty out there and they get their breasts done so men will like them. And then they end up attracting bad men and they feel bad for themselves. Like, all men are dogs. No. You attracting dogs because you look like a Kibbles and Bits right now. If you looking like Kibbles and Bits, you're going to attract dogs. If you acting like a doggy treat, you're going to attract dogs. If you acting like a woman, you're probably going to be single for a while, because the dogs don't want to talk to you because they know they got to be serious. They know they're not going to hit and then leave the next morning and not call you anymore. But if you're looking like a bag of what they call pedigree, then you're going to get doggy dogs. You're going to get scummy scums. I'm just keeping it 100. People need to just keep it 100. Like, you know, they devalue women. They're depowering women. I know that's not a word, but I said it anyway because I want to. They are literally, women have power. Look at any woman in the Bible. All the destruction of men have been because of women, and a lot of the successes of men have been because of women. You know what I'm saying? Women have a lot of power. Adam and Eve, way back in the beginning of time, Eve ate from the forbidden tree. And instead of dumb Adam looking at Eve like, hey, what you doing? God told us we shouldn't be eating from the forbidden fruit. I mean, the forbidden fruit from the tree. But you ate it anyway. What you doing? No, he didn't do that. He was like, dang, God or this chick right here, I'm going with her. What did he do? He ate it too. Then they fell from grace. I mean, look at Samson. Look at David, King David. Lady up in the window showering with her window open so he can see all the goodies. She know he looking and he knows she's setting it up. And he go and get his best military man killed so he can go up there and sleep with that man's wife. It's like women have way more control than what society is giving women credit for. It's Samson. That's who it is, Samson. Samson and Delilah. Getting way, they're just dumbing women down. I mean, Solomon too, but they're dumbing women down. Men are like these scarce animals running around on instincts and adrenaline. I'm just keeping it 100. And women are the same in society. The balance to make men, you know, I would say to make men whole, because we crazy. We out doing all kind of stuff. When you meet a great woman, it's like she brings the true essence of a man out of him, right? It's like, and I'm not saying men don't have their stuff together before they meet a woman. I'm just saying, like, what you thought you had, when you connect with a real woman, you go even greater. Your potential grows even more. You think you are a mature man now, you become a more incredibly mature man, a more incredibly successful man when you got a good woman. And without a good woman, you can become a good man, but you'll never be where you will be with a good woman, a real woman. Not a woman that want to wear pants and try to play house and try to play man in the house. I'm not saying that's not the woman for you if you're an alpha male. You need a woman that respect your position as a leader, as a provider, whatever that look like for your family. You are the leader, you are the provider. The Bible says the head of the church is Christ. The head of the household is the man. There is a lineage. And so when Christ begins to speak to the family, who does Christ come to? The head of the family first. And if the man is lined up the way he should be, he will hear the word from God and be able to direct his family. Now, a man directing a ship without a sail is pointless. A man without a wife is like, it's almost like you cannot fulfill all that God has for you without your wife, a helpmeet. If women was not important and men did not need women, then God would have never created Eve. God could have created other means for men to reproduce. He didn't have to create Eve, but he created Eve. And Adam was not whole until he created Eve. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I wish that people would understand that and embrace it instead of fighting it. And the reason why a lot of women are single today and mad is because they get with the wrong man. They get with the wrong man. They get with a soft man that don't want to do nothing with their life. And then they get mad and they go, I don't need no man. Okay. Last time I checked, you can't have kids by yourself. And if people weren't abandoning kids all the time, I don't think that single people should be able to have kids. You should be a family. But it's so many kids out here without nothing that at least having one parent that take care of you is better than having nothing. But in the reality, it should only be the man and the woman raising children, because it's just the way it is, man. That's the way God had made it. And people can say whatever you want to do. Married people live longer. You know, Christian people live longer. Those are facts. You know, those are facts. And men and women need to take their position. Like my wife is a very bold, strong woman. We bump heads every now and again, but my wife understands and she allows me to be the leader. And I lead. And my wife doesn't passively follow with her head down like I'm dragging her around. My wife actively follows, meaning that she's doing her part, meaning that she's covering the flaws. She covering me where I'm vulnerable. She's not sitting around waiting for a handout or something. We're in this together. Following somebody don't mean that a person is behind you. You can be following the lead of somebody and y'all next to each other and y'all working together. You just have different positions. That's like a CEO and a COO. You're both intricate portions of the company. One is not greater than the other one. It's hard to be a CEO without a COO. Because then you are the CEO, COO. I mean, a business don't run smooth like that. Any major business has a CEO and a COO. And then obviously they have other positions. A CFO, all this other stuff. I think I'm saying that right. Because there are some that can be interchanged. But you have people that get in position. And there's a success measure when you line up in your appropriate position. And no one is greater than the other. You have an assignment. And you do your assignment to the best of your ability. Somebody said everybody think they're the CEO. Of course, like me as an actual CEO of a few companies, you know, I'm the CEO. It's non-negotiable. I'm the CEO. But I do have a COO, and my COO has a job to do. And we work together. And if I don't do my part, he can't do his part. And if he don't do his part, I can't do my part. We have to work together in a business. It's got to be smooth selling. CEO, CFO, COO, etc. You know, so you got to be in position. There's just rules, man. There's structure. And people don't want to follow structure. Sheila, thanks so much for the super chat. Transgender, a man to a woman, he's still a man, just a castrated man. Yeah, emotionally castrated or actually castrated. But that's what they call a transgender. Like you're identifying that you transitions from something to another thing. But then they want you to call you a girl. No, you're saying that the person transitioned. I'm just sick of it though. But we'll talk a little bit about the cracking later on. Brandon wearing a suit up in here. Me and my wife just came from dinner, you know what I'm saying? So I was getting ready to chill, but this thing bothered me, so I had to say something. I know people are going to watch it later. I don't know why the left pushed the agenda of letting women into men's sports. I see that as a means of control. If we don't follow them, then we are misogynists. That's exactly what it is, man. If you look at the ESPN comments, and I'm going to go back to the ESPN comments if I can find it. I think it's over here. I'm going to go back to the ESPN comments and just give you insight on what people really think. Not what the media tells you. This is what people think. Like, these things are not normal. It says the comments about to be brutal. Bless her heart if a field goal breaks down. If a field goal breaks down. That mean if she had a hit. Wide right. I mean, they making fun of her. She tall as heck, bro. No offense, but I'd be scared for a team if they're celebrating like this after an extra point. And it wasn't even an extra point. They didn't even score. No points. It says, imagine if one gets blocked and she goes for recovery and gets decked. Somebody put, okay, question mark. It means it's only a 100th time I've seen this today. People are seeing it. She's probably not going to play, though. All fun and games until a 6'5", 245 defensive end, Jadavius, run over her. Oh, my gosh, she held the ball so well. Like people are clowning this. It says the locker room is absolutely ecstatic right now. Publicity stunt. Put it on the line, Jesus. Let's see. Good for her. That's amazing. You got one person that like what she said. So how's the locker room going to work? This person has the most likes out of everything that has been said. Let's see. Like somebody saying, all fun to see 6'5", 300-pound lineman drills her. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Nobody thinks that this makes sense. But they force it down our throats anyway. People saying, so dope, so dope. Good for her. But what the F was that kick? Like, I'm going to play it again for y'all that just tuning in. This is the trashiest kick I've ever seen. Like, let me say this for the umpteenth time. If you kick the ball like this as a real college kicker, your coach will be ripping you to shreds. First of all, you got a person holding the ball. You don't do that in college football. You put it on the tee and you kick it off. Nobody's holding the ball. You put it off and you kick. Womp, womp, womp. That thing didn't get no airtime. It went right over here, bounced on the ground. He caught it and went down. In any other circumstance, this is a horrible kick. The team starts with the ball at the 35-yard line. You will be getting railed. Team starts the ball at the 35-yard line. You would get chewed out. You would never play again. Coach will be MFing you all the way to the locker room. Everybody on the team will be looking at you crazy. You have just set them up to only have to go, I don't know, if you do the math, that's 60 yards. You only have to go 65 yards for a touchdown. Your likelihood, when you look at college statistics, your likelihood of scoring from 65 yards out versus 80 yards out, which is at the 20, somebody said, bruh, she kicked it like 20 yards. Come on, man. I'm going to show y'all, like y'all don't know. Like y'all don't know. They got this girl everywhere. They got her everywhere. I almost want to show what it looked like somebody to really kick the football. And then I'm going to bed, I promise. Show y'all what it looked like for somebody to really kick the football. But they celebrating it. Oh, you're so brave. You're such a hero. She kicked the ball like 20 yards. Show you just so y'all can see this. Now, there's people going to run the kick back, obviously, because this is a highlight tape. But this dude kicks the ball. Boom. Look at that ball. You can't even see it. It was actually a shorter kick. And then this dude finna run it for a touchdown. I want to see another kickoff. Okay, let's look at this. They won't show it to you. But this dude kicked the ball way back here. That girl kicked the ball. He kicked it way, it was in the air. And then it landed right here. Now, he going to run it pretty far, and I'm going to show you where the girl kicked it from. She kicked it to like right here. That dude kicked it in the end zone, out of the camera. I could probably look up best kicks. Let me see. I just want to prove a point. Best college football kick off. put too many F's in there, but don't worry about it. It's no such thing as a nice kickoff. I mean, let's see. Best college kicker. We'll just see. I'm not gonna play the sound because you don't need to see it, but these dudes are kicking crazy. Now, of course, they're holding the ball because it's a field goal. You don't hold the ball on a kickoff. These are all probably field goals. Yeah, it's no glory in kicking the ball off. Let's see. He the biggest kicker. I want to see what this joker talking about. He's finna hit somebody and tackle him, but just for fun and games, I want y'all to see how far this kid kicked this ball. This ball is in the air so high that it's out of the camera, zoomed out to where these people look like ants. The ball is kicked so high that it goes all the way back here. All the way back here. It's hanging in the air outside of the camera. And the kicker ended up hitting the guy. Boom. Banged him. Look at the kick. I want y'all to remember what that girl kicked like, and look at this kick. Boom. This kick is in the air all the way back here. And he finna get popped. Boom. Now, if that girl kicked the ball and did that, I'd be impressed. I'd be impressed. He banging people. Look at him. Banging them. Banging them. Banging them. He hurt. He may have got a stinger. But he out there banging them. So I just thought I'd finish it off with just that. And I'm going to bed because my wife is probably mad at me right now. The dude is breaking backs, kicking the ball 100. They kicking the ball 70 yards, in the air. And just so y'all can see this again, just so in case you didn't catch it, this is what she kicked like. With a person holding it. Pooh. Didn't even go over nobody's head. Pooh. She kicked it. The ball went here, ended up here. Bruh. Barely kicked that ball. No hang time, no air. If this was college football, your coach would be ripping you behind. Let me get a couple super chats. Okay, she did good for a girl. So if she and others want to play so bad, then why don't they advocate to make their own league like they do with soccer, lacrosse, and etc. Exactly. They want to infiltrate the men's league. They don't want to make their own league. B. Tatum, did you get my urgent email at your business inquiry address from Brian L.? Love your content. Keep it up. Let me see if I got it. Let me check, because once I get off here, I'm probably not going to remember. Write it again. If you gave me an alternate, whatever, write it again. Connect@theofficertatum.com. Connect@theofficertatum.com. Write me again. If you write it now, I'm going to see it because I'm going to look at it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching this. This is not a live stream like normal. This is an impromptu. I had to get this off my chest before I go to bed. I'm sick of people lying. Sick of it. I love you guys, man. I'll see you on the next one.